Welcome back. Another hot topic this campaign season is immigration. Many Republicans say Harris is President Biden's border czar and imply that she's in charge of security and immigration policy at the southern border and largely responsible for the recent influx of migrants. We checked with these sources, including the White House's original root causes strategy from 2021, and found claims that Harris served as Biden's border czar, overseeing security at the border, are misleading. Harris was tasked by President Biden with addressing the root causes of migration from 3 Central American countries, none of which border the U.S. She led a diplomatic effort in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras to create job opportunities, support education, and combat human trafficking. This is not the same thing as overseeing security at the border, which is the job of Homeland Security. And it's difficult to quantify whether her efforts actually made a difference in curbing the number of people coming to the U.S. from these countries. Another question that dozens of you reached out about is whether undocumented people in the U.S. are casting ballots in this year's election. So we asked Ariane Till to explain how states prevent non-citizens from voting in federal elections.
Border security and immigration have been among the most talked about issues in the lead up to the presidential election, and some have linked those issues to voting, including former President Donald Trump, who said that Democrats want to sign undocumented immigrants up to vote.
Our elections are bad, and a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're trying to get them to vote.
Verify has received dozens of questions asking how states stop undocumented people and other non-citizens from voting in federal elections. Using these sources, here's what we can verify. Under U.S. law, U.S. citizens are the only people permitted to vote in federal elections, which include elections for president and Congress. When a person registers to vote, federal law mandates they sign a form attesting to their citizenship under penalty of perjury. Anyone violating the law could face a fine, up to 1 year in prison, and deportation, plus the penalties of whatever state crimes they violated. State departments of motor vehicles typically offer people the option to register or automatically register people to vote when they get a driver's license. A number of states allow non-citizens to obtain IDs issued by their DMV, but they have systems in place so those people are not also automatically registered to vote at the same time. Still, if somehow an undocumented person does end up registering to vote, there are other checkpoints to prevent them from casting a ballot. The National Voter Registration Act of 1993 requires states to routinely check their voter registration rolls for accuracy against various databases, including Social Security and felony records. So, if someone on their voter rolls doesn't have a Social Security number or they've committed a felony, they'd be taken off the rolls. And on Election Day, states have more protections against illegal voting. One of the more common practices is having a voter prove their identity and citizenship status at the polls by requiring an ID. Non-citizen IDs look different. In Illinois, for example, non-citizen driver's licenses say federal limits apply. Another safeguard available in some states on Election Day is the ability to challenge individual voters. Depending on the state, the challenged voter may have to verify their information, and their ballot may then be set aside for additional review. Data doesn't back up claims of widespread voting by undocumented immigrants. The Brennan Center for Justice analyzed 23.5 million votes from the 2016 election and only found 30 instances of non-citizens voting. And the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, identified 129 proven incidents of non-citizens registering to vote or casting a ballot in the last 21 years. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Till.
One of the most viral claims of the year came during the presidential debate when Trump said Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, were killing and eating pets.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
We checked with these sources and confirmed there is no evidence that this is happening. So where did this rumor come from? We sent Verify reporter Colin Dorsey to Springfield to find out.
Karen Graves, a spokesperson for the city, told Verify there have been no credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community. Rose Tamar Joseph, operations manager for the Haitian Support Center in Springfield, confirms.
All of those rumors that we knew about it, like they just saw it on the social media. That's how we knew about it also.
So you're saying there's no truth to the claims?
No.
So we can verify that there is no evidence to support these viral claims. So Where did it stem from? It appears to have started in a local Facebook group and then gained traction during an August 27th Springfield, Ohio commission meeting when a man who describes himself as a social media influencer brought up the claim without any evidence. With your Verify in Springfield, Ohio, I'm Colin Dorsey.
Coming up on Verify This, we take you through Project 2025, breaking down what it does and doesn't recommend. Plus, a look into what election rules candidates actually have to abide by this campaign season.